Hello, my name is Irene Maesa. I'm giving my presentation on my personal reflection for public administration and what I've learned over the last 8 weeks and the items that I found most interesting. The first item that I found most interesting and that I didn't truly understand before this class started were the policy process, and that included the 5 stages, which included the agenda setting, policy formulation, the legitimation, implementation, and evaluation and change. I didn't quite understand that there were these specific 5 stages and their importance, and also the responsibility of the administrators in implementing policies and rules and policies that apply to the policies that are implemented. Next item that I found interesting and that I didn't quite understand before were the sunset and sunshine laws. I had heard of these in the past, but I didn't realize that they were legitimate laws and structural controls. I found them interesting because the sunset laws allow for limitations. Both of them actually do. The sunset laws don't allow for evergreen programs, which I think is very important because if you just let a program run on, then it's not good for policy. And then the sunshine laws, I think, is a good structural control for transparency, and that's something very important in public administration altogether. The next item that I found most interesting was the non-governmental organizations or NGOs and how they impact public administration and where they fall into place. And these are basically nonprofit organizations, how much of an impact they play on policy implementation, and then just raising awareness for certain programs that are in the process of being implemented for the public. Another item that I found interesting and didn't quite know about before was the outcome-based budgeting process. And typically the administrators during their budget preparation, they're you don't usually focus on the outcome-based budgeting. They're thinking about performance and how the policy is performing as it relates to their agency or organization. And the outcome-based budgeting concept is more focused on the return on investment for the citizens, which obviously is important to the citizens. And another thing that I found interesting was the position classification. In learning about this concept, it helped me have an understanding of how job positions are classified, the requirements that are needed for certain jobs and why they're needed, and then how the pay is classified for each job position. And then I think one of the most important things that I learned about was, and that I would like to actually share with my friends and family, is the importance of ethics when it comes to public administration. It's not always just doing the right thing, but it's knowing why you're doing the right thing and the responsibility that you have as an administrator in making sure that the right thing is always done. I think the one thing that was most surprising that I learned in this class was the concept of e-government. I do see that because I do work in government for Riverside County, I see that e-government is an important concept, but I didn't realize how widespread it is, how prevalent it is, and it is increasingly important. And I think because of that, it's helping governments leave less of a carbon footprint on the environment. Closing, I just wanted to share this quote from John F. Kennedy, and it says, "This country cannot afford to be materially rich and spiritually poor." And I think this is an important concept because it also brings us to reality, and realizing that our jobs are not just to serve the public, but also to, going back to ethics, is doing the right thing and doing right by our constituents, and most importantly, doing right by God.